you enjoy to some degree being like vindicated in your negative evaluation of others. Why do you
No, it isn't that she's a therapist. She isn't a patient. She's saying that she has given therapy to other people as a therapist.
think specifically that? Because some people might say, other people might have a different orientation where they're striving for other things. But what about this person is an asshole and you guys don't see it yet, but I do. And then when you're proven right, why do you think for you personally that is so satisfying? Because
Um,
I don't think that's everyone.
yeah. Well, because that's how it's been my whole life, even since high school. When I was in high
Okay.
school, other people's parents would say that I'm the problem child, that I'm the bad guy, that I'm the one that people should avoid. Because even when I was in high school, people would call me a bully, but I only bullied the people who were being bullies. Like one of the first times I ever got sent to a principal's office was because there was this kid, some dorky ass little fucking twerp, braces, fucking loser, and he was going and he was looking up girls' skirts, right? He would go up on the school, he would go up on the stairwell, and he would put little mirrors on his shoes.
Dude, this guy is so corny. No, you're right, Corey. Christ, this guy has an inflated ego. Yeah, no, like dude, he's like self-filleting. He's like bending backwards, like contorting his fucking spine into a fucking pretzel, trying to suck himself dry, dude. On God.
And he would look up to see their asses. So I
Ugh.
took the kid and I threw him against a locker, and then I threw him in a fucking trash can. It was a big trash can, to be fair. This guy was fat. And then I sat on him. And I don't regret doing that at all because the guy was a piece of shit. What are you going to do when these people, they do these fucking things and you tell everyone, hey, this guy's being fucking weird. And then they say, oh no, that's so and so.
Wow, this totally happened, guys. First of all, even if it did happen, even if it did happen, okay? Even if it did happen, stop humble bragging. Stop. This is cringe. Delete this. Jesus, do you ever sleep? No.
He would never do that. Okay. Well, at a certain point, when I warn people time and time and time again, and nobody fucking listens, I'm gonna have to
I have to
fucking
make
do
more
something
content.
because nobody else is gonna fucking do anything. Because nobody does any. It's okay. If you're a female streamer, you can relate to
That's not
this.
soda. That's coffee.
I'm gonna get pretty angry over the next couple seconds because it exists. How many men do you have that are weird as fuck to you? How many? Like, genuine question. Do you ever experience schizos?
Yeah, of course.
Do you ever have any of those who threaten your life?
Yes, a lot.
There's so many women streamers who experience these schizophrenic motherfuckers in their emails, in their chat, who say, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to come to your house, and you know what they're going to say they're going to do to you.
Yeah.
You call the police in 2025, and they say, well, there's nothing we can do about it. So he probably won't show up. So just call if they come to our houses. Just call if he comes to your house.
This is, yeah, but you're the person that they would call the cops on. You're you're the person that people would call the cops on.
Let me also just remind people I've never met Frame. I've never met her once in my life. I hope I never have to, okay? And that's why it's
Like-
scary, because it's like this
literally.
scary unknown, and I have to just deal with it. And I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna like sit around and just let somebody try to destroy my life. She was going to do something much worse, so bad it would have ruined all of our lives. I'm not gonna say what it was that she was doing, but it was so horrific it would have ruined all of our lives.
And the reason why Tectone went nuclear? Because his ex-wife Freem was about to make her alleged and abuse she went through from her husband Tectone public. Tectone has denied this for years, that this was even happening, by the way. But what people aren't aware of is that legal documentation between Pink and Freem clearly states, quote, the dispute between Freem and Tectone relates to a serious and false allegation against Tectone. During that call, Tectone and Pinkchu learned that Freem had a Google Doc and she was planning to release it to the public. We'll get into further detail later, but it's important to realize that the attacks Pink made prior is a direct response to Tectone finding out through Pink that Freem was going to go public with the alleged abuse she went through with Tectone. I reached out to Tectone to get his side of the story in any context I could. At first he said he was happy to answer any questions until he realized how meticulously I had gone through everything. I asked him what the allegations were that Pink
So just so you know, like this video maker was trying to do the right thing, okay? It's actually something I admire if you're gonna make a video like this and you actually try to get their side of the story. You try to get Tectone's side of the story. So just so you know, yeah, this video maker actually tried to get Tectone's side of the story, which is a noble thing to do, okay?
mentioned were going to ruin all of their lives, not letting him know I already had the court documents proving what they were. And he lied to me. He said, quote, "No allegations were going to be made against me. This was between her and another woman." Provably a lie.
It was so horrific, it would have ruined all of our lives.
Freem would respond to all this with, "I'm well aware of the many lies that continue to be said about me, my relationship."
So Freem is Tectone's ex-wife and Pinky is Tectone's ex-girlfriend, and now Tectone is on another relationship. Yeah.
And my alleged actions. As social media isn't the appropriate forum to address legal matters, I'll just say that neither I nor my attorney has heard from anyone about actually resolving this matter. I won't be commenting on this further. Pink would even run cover for how Tectone treated his wife in the car clip from earlier, explaining, "Oh, you don't understand. Tectone realized that day that his wife of 10 years had been cheating on him."
Keep this in mind. This is the day he caught her and Cruz huddling on the couch and realized she was cheating on him with Cruz, his assistant.
Which is pretty crazy, considering only 5 months later, Pink would announce that Tectone had been cheating on her.
Weird question time. Has anyone ever been cheated on? How do you react to something like that, by the way? Like, is it weird? Like, I know some people are
Like, again, okay? Like, you can't make this up. Yes, I did pause on this on purpose, okay? Like, you can't make this up. Like, okay, so first person makes allegations. Tectone primes the second person to go against the first person, right? And then afterwards, he basically turns them against each other, and then afterwards he cheats on her, and now they both realize that the entire time they were being manipulated by Tectone. Like, Jesus.
like, oh, you'll crash out or something when you learn about that, like you got cheated on. But is it weird that for me, like, I just like, oh my God, I don't have to deal with this piece of shit anymore.
Tectone, as you will see throughout, would lie to his audience in a pre-planned narrative spinning in an attempt to dissuade accusations of cheating against him.
When did you and Pink break up? Me and Pink broke up like mid-June. Do you all need proof of that or no? Are we gonna take my word for that? Do we need proof? I'm gonna do it anyways. I feel like it's important. Just because I don't want anybody to doubt what I'm saying, and I know it's a pretty serious topic that people really like talking about. Yeah, once again, I want to make it very clear. No ill will towards her whatsoever as of right now. I don't really care. I mean, it was made public against my will, but I don't care. But yeah, I have a message that I sent to Jimmy on June 28th where Pink and I broke up. But yeah, it was good. Nothing bad.
Tectone for real just pulled up DMs of his modding him and just had this pre-planned so that people wouldn't think he was cheating. Pink would respond posting receipts of the real breakup that was in July.
Anyway, the point is that everything Tectone does is like premeditated, okay? Like he's not like this innocent, you know, oh, I'm just a big soft boy kind of person. You know, he's not a big soft boy. He is a person who actively premeditates narratives. He premeditates things to say in order to manipulate him and his audience and all of these people into specific narratives. Okay, anyway, the point is that he's
Well,
French. Okay.
I'm sorry. At that point, it's too fucking late. So I find it a common trend where people will only act once it's assured. People will only act when it's too fucking late. And I believe that we should maybe take care of the problems before they become problems. But nobody wants to fucking do anything. Like, I believe that if I have somebody's number, if I know what they look like, if I know their government name, if I have emails of them saying they're going to come to my house and they're going to kill me and they're taking photos of my front door, I think that should be enough for the police to do something. But it's not. So instead, I have to deal with this shit myself. And I feel
So just so you know, just because Tectone knows that he has done like bad things to multiple women, now he has to run cover for women because otherwise it'll make him look like guilty or something. Like now he has to take an extra step and say that he's like a huge feminist and like pro woman just so he doesn't seem like he always has a bad history with women. Because now his fans can just say, well, you don't understand. Tectone really cares about women. He was talking with Not So Erudite the other day about defending women and making sure that their voices are heard, right? Like it is all very calculated. This is all like very like on purpose in his mind. Okay, this is what I'm going to talk about. This is how I'm going to get in
Like it's
sympathy.
always
Okay,
been that way.
yeah.
I feel like it's a common trend, and maybe I don't know. I really feel like humans are tired of feeling helpless, and I feel like there's this weaponized incompetence amongst the people who were supposed to be righting the wrong.
Do his MAGA viewers even care to defend that though? Yeah, but the thing is that MAGA viewers, they have sexist views, but they don't see them as sexist views, right? If that makes sense. Like they probably think of like the traditional wife at home or something like that to be a pro-feminist position or something, right? Like the trad wife thing is a pro-feminist position and blah 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 blah, right? Like they anyway, it's
On
just
these platforms, whether it's Dan Clancy, who won't take care of his own fucking platform, ban people fairly. We have streamers like Hassan promoting terrorism every day, calling Asmongold a mother killer, calling me a pedophile, calling
don't you know women are unhappy now? Yeah, but that's like what they say to like as a cope, right? Because everyone is being unhappier generally, both genders. It's not just women, right? So they use that as a cope to say that, oh yeah, currently the fucking duality, equal work balance relationship is not working out, right? When the studies do actually show that when the man and the woman work, when they both share household responsibilities, that's when the relationship is most successful. Anyway, that's beside the topic, but yeah. What's the content at the moment? Bashing what the title says.
me a rapist, calling Nuxtaku a pedophile. Uh,
Vampires are
and he's just
happy.
incompetent.
You're right.
He doesn't do anything. And so
They're unhappy because they dropped out of art school and they're forced to watch Hassan, okay?
it's up to other streamers to right the wrongs because the people in charge don't do anything. Whether it's the principals of our school, whether it's the police officers of our nation, whether it's the fucking president, whether it's the fucking CEO of the company that we work for, there's way too many useless motherfuckers who don't do anything. And it's exhausting. And I don't know. I've had friends, like, for example, I'm not sure if you've seen the clip of
You know what this equivalent is? You, the the equivalent of this is like you fucking you spill a bucket of Legos, like, okay, and you start like stomping all over the Legos with your bare foot, okay, and you're saying, "Ow, ow, ow," and your friend is nearby is going like, "What the fuck? Why are you doing this?" And you're like, "Dude, the Legos are hurting me. The Legos are hurting me. Oh God, oh fuck, oh my God, oh shit," and your friend's looking at you like, "Dude, bro, you're unhinged right now. What the fuck?" That's Tectone, okay?
Emmy and Cinna and Valkyrie, and they're doing a stream, and there's a guy screaming at them that he's going to kill them. This guy should have been dealt with the moment they saw him for the first time. Why was he allowed to follow them for
Wow.
30 minutes after all that
His downtime.
before anybody stepped in now that
Hurted
he's
you.
going at them, charging them, saying he's going to kill them? It was so obvious he was a problem from minute one.
Erudite looking hot. I'm telling your wife.
But people act way too slow, and maybe I'm an egotistical narcissist here. I feel like it's so fucking obvious who the bad people are, and I feel like I'm losing my mind having to just sit there and be like, okay, well, I guess I'll just wait until everybody else finds out. It's the same thing with Vishojo. I've been warning the community about Vishojo for a year and a half, and they've told me, no,
Oh,
you're
I say
crazy.
she cheat on me
No,
with her?
you're wrong.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay.
Dude, you should bring your wife into the Discord server. Introduce your wife to me, okay? Okay, not like that, okay? But like to my content, okay?
I guess we'll just wait and see. I guess we'll just find out together then. It's just exhausting. So yeah, I just feel like the people in charge just don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and the weaponized incompetence trickles down to the people who believe it. It sucks.
So when you were being raised, it sounds like when you said you had to choose between dad and mom during the divorce, which
No.
was very traumatic. How old were you
I
when
refuse to
that
damage
choice
her.
was being
Okay.
made?
Sure.
Probably 3rd grade.
That's really little. You
Yeah.
got what? 3rd grade is
Listen, all I'm gonna say is that it's impossible for me to get with someone unless they share the same level of brain rot as me. Okay, all right. They have to Listen, I'm not saying they have to participate in this space. Okay, they have to have the same level of autism. All right.
8,
Yeah, probably,
7, 8.
yeah, probably like 7 or 8. I was also a genius when I was a little kid. I owned, dude. I was raised in this. Oh my god, holy shit. So I was raised in like this hick town full of rednecks. I
Tyler's
wasn't
objective
necessarily
ability. She
smart,
is.
but compared to everybody else in this town,
You're the big fish.
it was awesome. It was. I fell off. I fell off after
You're
3rd
like,
grade.
I'm fucking wrecked in elementary school,
Straight
guys.
up,
Okay.
I was the county champion of math.
Dude, like notice how he's still fucking humble bragging and glazing himself. Like despite like so many years or such a long time passing where where fuck. Where Tectone was like verbally chastising his wife Frame at the time in the car, remember? Like I wish, dude, you would think like, okay, did he change after all this time? Oh, wait, hold on a second. He didn't. Okay, he's still fucking glazing himself. He's still thinking of himself as like the greatest person ever, right? Like like nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Think about this, okay? If Tectone is like that in public for his wife, right? If he is glazing himself and putting down his wife in public, what do you think he is doing to her in private, right? I think that is a question that you're gonna have to ask yourself.
Eating watermelon and backstroke. Like
And I see
sorry.
he really wants this
So
connection.
yeah,
You're
I had a
kidding.
huge ego since I was a kid because I was just like, oh wow, it was like a gold player in League of Legends being placed in bronze lobbies. Like I was still shit, but man, I thought I was awesome. But yeah,
Okay, so 3rd
I'm
grade,
cringing.
your genius self is put in the worst situation where even a child prodigy, okay,
I
shouldn't
know.
have to choose.
Just so you know, this isn't true introspection, okay? You might be thinking, wow, Tectone really is opening up right now. He truly is like making himself vulnerable and whatever the fuck. This is not real introspection, okay? Real introspection is actually acknowledging your fucking weaknesses and making no excuses for it, okay? Is by saying, I think I did that because I was insecure and I thought of myself as smart, but honestly, I was just kind of an idiot kid back then. And I think at the time I felt like I was powerful and stuff, but I know now that, maybe, things aren't all it is, and maybe it was just meant to cope with my personal life. Like it's just so much better. It's just, dude, stop. Like he sounds so disingenuous, like fuck.
Yeah.
Which is mom and dad.
I sh-
Um,
why is she glazing him so hard? It's because like dude, I don't know, dude. It's probably because like he really wants to like disassociate from Destiny when it comes to Tectone. I think that's why, right? Because Destiny is someone who goes like full hardcore Nebraska Steve on Tectone in public, right? So I'm guessing that Nasu Erudite is trying to present to Tectone that, hey, I'm not just like Steven's secretary, right? Anyway, that's what
do
I'm guessing.
you, it's very interesting. A lot of what you're
Yes, it's fucking cringe. Okay, yeah. I don't like on top of her like fucking virtue signaling about like optics shit, like she's trying to like appeal to optics and shit like during the wig panel. Like this just adds like the cherry on top in my opinion. But yeah,
describing, right, is this
not
incompetence of
good.
authorities or like institutions and structures that we're told that we can rely on in a lot of ways. And I'm curious if all of your story as well is tied with institutions, authorities, and structures failing you, like you falling through the cracks and them never caring about you, and you seeing not just you, but all these people around you not being taken care of by the people who are claiming that they would, that they will, and failing to do so. Is that a correct assumption? Like, did you feel failed in that divorce court when they're looking to the 8-year-old to make a major life decision?
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck they would have asked me that. To be honest, I've never even thought about it. To be honest, I was like, damn, that was fucking uncomfortable. Why the fuck they asking my ass? Yeah, I don't know.
Really? This is what you're gonna turn to? Like, how uncomfortable? Like, what about his clear self, like, humble brag? Fuck. I feel like as a therapist, shouldn't you, like, be pointing out, like, how much he's humble bragging as that to be, like, a huge red flag? I feel like, fuck. I feel like none of my therapists in the past would have let me gotten away with this, right? Trying to reframe something negative to be something positive, right? Like I feel like that's one of the clear signs of coping with something that's actually substantial here, no? I feel like none of my therapists would have made me gotten away with this. Like what the fuck? I mean, I know that this isn't supposed to be officially a therapy appointment or whatever, but she certainly is treating it like one, you know?
Maybe. I've never really contemplated that moment too much. Um, but yeah, I definitely think it's like, well, 8-year-old John, make a life-changing
She's a
decision
psycho magician,
right
true.
now. Like, the fuck are you asking me for?
Because no, this is their first session.
Mhm. In
So
front of your parents, right? You're like sitting there and you have to hurt.
Yeah, but like this seems like a one-time thing. I mean, not gonna lie, if this was like a first session with my therapist, all they want to know is more about me, right? Like any first session, yeah, any first session with your therapist is just gonna be an introduction to who you are, right? They're not gonna ask challenging questions. But like this is the only session that you're gonna have with, and you're not gonna like ask a single question. You're not supposed to bash them and interrogate them. They need a report. No, I understand. Okay, but like I don't know if she's gonna get to it. Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
You have to
We'll see.
hurt somebody's feelings
that's,
right now.
and I was terrified of them
We'll see.
both.
We'll see.
That
Maybe
shit
I'm being too mean.
sucked.
Who knows?
But yeah, no, I think a goofy ass system. I don't know, man. I feel like the parents should probably figure that shit out personally.
Was
So you
humble
picked your
bragging?
dad.
Mm.
Um,
I guess if you're getting someone to talk about themselves, it's probably gonna come off as humble bragging or putting themselves down. Yeah, I mean like one or the other, right? I mean, yeah, but like later on, you're supposed to point that out, you know? Like even the way that they talk about themselves can indicate towards something, I'm sure, right? Like I'm not an expert, but I'm sure it has to,
and
right?
this is where I think, so you said, I picked my dad. So a lot of people are like, oh, so you're raised by your dad, but you didn't know your dad. I hear that and I go, you were raised by your dad, but you didn't know your dad at all. And I
Yeah,
think that that's
absolutely.
very telling about the dynamic of what you were raised in.
I
So
was
what,
I was raised by
why?
Professor Oak. I was
Okay.
raised by the Great Deku Tree. I was
Yeah.
raised
Oh my god, dude, not this corny shit. I was raised I was raised by Brock and Ash from Pokemon. I was raised from Red. I was raised by Pikachu.
by Arthas. I was raised by Summoner's Rift. I just sat in my room and played video games every single fucking day. And I think that's a thing that a lot of people probably relate to is that absentee parents.
I feel bad for whatever therapist Tectone goes through, dude. I can't do it, dude. I don't know. Raised I was raised by Summoner's Rift is crazy. I was raised by Top Lane, dude. Can you imagine saying something like I was raised by Top Lane? I was raised by Jungler. Oh my god. Oh, absolute cinema. Absolute cinema.
Run
Oh my
amok
god.
in America. I think being a good
I was
parent is the number
saying
one
TV,
most
sure.
important job in the world. And I
I was
think there
raised
is
by
more
Top
kids these
Lane.
days raised by Naruto and Goku and fucking Cocomelon than there
I was
is
raised by
by
Ray's
Sound of
Challenges,
Mind
yeah.
parents.
ADC, Baby Rage.
So tell me what a day in life would be like. Tell me about 9-year-old John. What is he getting up to?
Wake
Is your
up.
dad cooking?
Why, dude? What are these questions, dude? Oh my gosh, she's like act, dude. Yeah, you know what? Not so Erudite reminds me of. Not so Erudite reminds me of like Wintermute from the server, who like constantly feels as though they're saying something profound. Does that make sense? Like it's saying, "Wow, society." When I was 9 years old, I was raised. I was raised by starvation as a kid. Then I understood capitalism. I understood how evil capitalism was. When I was being raised by starvation as a kid, I understood the sufferings of humans in the world when I was 9. It's like, dude, oh my
For him?
god.
No.
So is there food in
No.
the house?
Food's
Is
in
he
the
making
house.
sure that
Wake up. Coke Zero. White cheddar Cheez-Its. Pizza bagels.
Oh my gosh, dude. I don't. Oh. Oh. Okay.
You know those the little Tostinos? Pizza
Yeah.
bagels. A piece of toast. Walk 2.5 miles to school. I show up. I'm late because I'm always fucking late. Because I'm always like, oh, dude, 10 more minutes of sleep. I'm sweaty as fuck. I'm nervous because I don't.
Ninja, this is every fucking childhood, okay? Like, he is just describing the average childhood. Yeah, not every single parent is gonna be perfect. Yes, we are literally like microwaving Tostinos, okay? We are, okay? I microwave Chinese fucking stuffed vegetable buns, okay? I'm feeling sorry for him though. That's because you're too nice, okay? But let me be the bad cop, okay? Let me be
Want
the
to
bad cop.
smell. I go to the bathroom. I wash
who's
myself.
waking you up for school?
Nobody.
Is it alarm clock or dad?
Oh, me waking up. Alarm clock.
So you at 9-year-old had the wherewithal to set your own alarm.
You know who I respect? You know who I respect? I just for once, I want someone. I was raised by Tony the Tiger. Oh, okay, all right. Anyway, it's like I want one person to just say, yeah, I lived a normal life. Yeah, I was raised in a suburban middle class childhood. Yeah, there's nothing special about me. I mean, my parents were pretty rough. They divorced, but you know, I don't think there's anything special about it. Just once, I want someone to indicate how unspecial they are. I want someone to indicate how much of an unspecial, not snowflake you are. Just please, for the love of God, stop painting yourself to having like some kind of anime like backstory, okay? You are not him, little bro. You are not him or her, little bro, little sis, okay? Just have a fucking, why can't you just have a normal life? Why can't you just have a normal childhood? You don't need an anime backstory. Did you know that you can actually be a cool person while living a completely mundane childhood? You don't need to be living under rich parents. You don't need to be living under the poorest parents. You can just be living in a fucking middle class country and middle class like fucking status and still be a cool adult. That's possible, okay? Fuck. Anyway,
To get to school.
Oh,
I
sorry.
love
Oh,
him.
sorry.
That's
Sorry. I
great.
fast forward. I'm thinking 6th grade. Sorry. 4th grade
9-year-old.
was my brother's. When I moved in with my dad, he didn't want to live with us. He wanted to live near us. So we had 2 separate apartments. He lived in.
So is this flowery responsive because he's trying hard to maintain streamer face, or is he like staunchly against therapy? I don't know if he's staunchly against therapy, but he said at some point in the interview that that what will help you out mentally the most is going to the gym. It's like some red pill shit.
One
Yeah.
with our stepmom, and then it was me and my 2 brothers, and we lived in a separate apartment.
Oh, so
Yeah.
at 8 you pick your dad, so
Yes.
he's now your custodian essentially. He's your
Yes.
guardian.
He has not
And
mentioned
he
therapy.
buys
Gym
he
is his
rents
therapy,
2
right? I'm
apartments
sure.
Side by side.
side by side in the same.
Hey, listen, okay? A lot of times if you have a gym partner or you have like a gym trainer or something, not the ones from Pokemon, okay? But someone who teaches you how to do things, you have a personal gym trainer. Listen, a lot of times they do have to work the side job as a therapist, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, all right? People do be saying shit to their gym trainers, okay? People open up. I don't think that was a real issue for it. People can have a bad childhood, but the issue is that they use it to leverage over their own bad actions. But if someone asks for information, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I don't think I indicate otherwise, did I? Anyway.
Same building.
Yes.
So he's in one apartment and you and your brothers, all 3 of your brothers?
Just 2. I just have 2 brothers.
Sorry, you have a
Yeah.
3rd sibling, but 2 of your brothers. Is your other sibling there at all or no?
No, she's either in jail. I'm pretty sure she's in jail at this point.
Okay. So you and your brothers are in an apartment alone and your dad is next to you guys.
Why are
And
they in
he's
jail?
making sure there's food in the house. Is that your brother's picking up the food and he's
No,
just supplying
no,
the cash?
that's Mike. Mike took care of everything.
Okay, so Mike's the brother.
Yeah.
He's getting the food into the house. Is he
Yeah.
getting money from your dad? Is that basically your dad's role?
No.
Is he's fishing
No,
out
he
cash? Okay.
Actually, hold on. I'm a little kid. I actually don't know.
Erudite is like the most scuffed Dr. K clone. Dude, Erudite is if like, dude, it's like if Dr. K went through a successful like transvestite surgery or some shit. I don't fucking know, dude. Anyway, okay, like it's like not so erudite is if you fucking control C, control V, Dr. K, and then you just said, okay, AI, gender swap, okay, but make it even more scuffed.
I'm actually not sure how the food got in the house. I don't even remember what I ate in 4th grade. All I remember was I had 2 chinchillas and I had the PS2 with Dragon Ball Z Budokai. I actually don't remember. Food appeared.
Well, I'm so cool, guys.
Food
I'm
appeared.
so cool, guys.
Fair enough. In 4th grade, you're not worried about, you
Yeah.
know, the logistics of economics.
Yeah.
I'm just so
I'm not
cool.
like, I'm just like, oh, look, the pizza bagels are back in the fridge. I guess I'll eat them.
I'm just so cool, guys.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a jaw injury, by the way?
I do.
Oh, is it TMJ?
It is. I got into a fight when I was younger, and this